Come, gather round, everyone. They're about to talk Disney. I am still so confused as to whether I'm going to eat at Connections or Creations. So the only way I can keep them straight is I have to think, okay, well, my mouth connects to my stomach, so I guess that's Connections.
So I call Catherine to see how dinner at the restaurant is going, and she says, I can't talk to you right now. I'm talking to Mickey. So I'm like, okay, here's the big cheese. I get it. And then she says, hold on, he wants to talk to you. So she FaceTimes me, and I'm FaceTiming with Mickey as I'm getting ready for the podcast.
I don't understand why people spend hard-earned money on a Mickey ice cream sandwich in the parks. I mean, we literally all have ice cream sandwiches in our freezers at home. We don't have Mickey bars. From the mind and creator of the Disney YouTube channel Living in Diz comes a whole new Disney podcast. Okay, can we talk some serious Disney here now? Nope. Get ready for all the Disney knowledge that you can handle. It's Corey. It's Lawrence. It's the DIZPod.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the DIZPod. This, I know, is episode 51 because last week was 50, the big 5-0. I have a problem with numbers, Lawrence. I have a problem with numbers. Like recently, a couple things I was wrong at was I kept saying for the longest time to people for many, many months, and Tammy heard me say it the other day to someone, that this June we're celebrating our 24th anniversary married. Well, I learned it's 22.
Yeah.
Where do I get these numbers? I have no idea. The other one, there was something else I got a number wrong. I mean, for almost a year, I thought that we lived in Florida. This would be going on, I think, 6 years in Florida. I think 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really going to be 8, maybe? I don't pay attention.
So
and
you're
I just learned. Yeah. And where I work, I thought that this was pretty sure this was, I'm in my second year, but I saw a start date and I'm in my third. Who pays attention? You know, it's just numbers.
Yeah, just numbers. That's funny because for a while, I can't switch it, but for a while I had a plaque over there on the wall that was celebrating my 3rd year of working for my company, and I'm actually on year 7. But that's only because we hadn't updated the plaques. So
the important thing was, did you still think you were celebrating 3 years?
I knew clear as day it was 7. Yes.
Hello, everyone in chat. We do this live because we do it for you. And we also welcome anyone listening on the replays anytime, morning, evening, noon, night, 3 months from now, tomorrow, anything like that. We welcome you any way that you can listen to us, and tell them where they can find us.
Oh,
there
man.
it is.
There it is. So we are currently live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube on 3 different channels. And tomorrow you can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast. I'm sure there's about 5 more that are out there. So you can find us everywhere. We are number 8 as far as best Disney podcast in the world. How about that?
In the world. Yes. And we're holding steady.
Yes.
We're gonna hold on tight to that 8 until we let go and fall to 7. Can you fall to 7? We're going to jump to 7. We're going to jump to 7.
We're going to jump.
It's like that whole spring forward and fall back kind of thing.
That's right. That's right.
I mess that up all the time too. See, time is not my friend.
But we're in good company. That top 10 best Disney podcast is a really good group. So excited just to be hanging out anywhere in that realm. So I'll take that.
City Slicker J says we're moving up the ladder, and I like that.
Yes.
I like that. So special show tonight, the 2024 Disney Awards. It's actually the first annual, and we are celebrating the best in Disney World. And who voted on that? Guess what? You all voted on that. If you voted while we were live in the parks, while we were doing a podcast, congratulations. It's your answers that bring these winners tonight. So that's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun tonight, and that's what it's all about all the time. So some news came across, Lawrence, recently. I'm talking like today, I believe, and I will credit the source where I read it from, and it was from Blog Mickey.
Okay.
And I think this is important to mention. It's again, lots of different articles coming up over the last several months for Tiana's, and recently now they're becoming fresher articles. Before, I feel like they wasn't really any groundbreaking kind of stuff, but stuff's coming through now. And so, did you hear that annual pass holder availability to preview Tiana's Bayou Adventure is still open, and it's easier than ever? We're talking any preview ever. So what's happening now is when they announced it, you had to jump on Disney, world.com. I can never remember that exact website, or the My Disney Experience app, and you had to get in there and you had to get your park reservation for Magic for the day you wanted. And of course, we jumped in and we got the first day, which is June 13th. It's a Thursday. And so we got that. Now, the next hurdle that you have to go over is that you need to secure that 7 a.m. queue. So that's kind of normal. Well, that's not normal. That's not the way it was done previously.
Right.
So that part's new too. But there is still a 1 p.m. queue. But here's where it gets good. So we're going to try for the 7 a.m. If we don't get the 7 a.m., I'm just going to read this so I get it all correct. Let me scroll down. Let's see right here. So the annual pass holder previews are June 13th, June 14th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 20th. Now, this is important for those who are also not annual pass holders. If you watch, and we know you all will, watch this on live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why these dates are important too. 13th, 14th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and the 20th. We are going on the 13th as long as we can secure that pass. And I think we'll be able to. I'm not going to stress about it as much now because, let's see, to partake in the preview, annual pass holders will need to join the virtual queue. That said, the opportunity to join the virtual queue is more relaxed than ever before, which is what we really want to underline in this article. Of course, annual pass holders also need a Disney Park Pass, like I talked about. And for the 7 a.m. distribution time, you do need that Park Pass. Annual pass holders will be required to have a Magic Kingdom Disney Park Pass theme park reservation. Those are all sold out at this time. But I would say keep checking. If you really want to try to get that, just check. Whenever it comes to mind, check, because there could be Disney may release some more, or somebody might just have to give that up. So they say have no fear, because rules for the 1 p.m. distribution time are unprecedented. So what's going to happen is for the 1 p.m. distribution time, Disney World has said that annual pass holders simply need a Disney Park Pass theme park reservation to any of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
It gets better. Furthermore, Disney World says that annual pass holders don't even need to have tapped into any theme park to be eligible for the 1 p.m. drop. Typically, guests will have to have at least tapped into a specific park where they're trying to secure a virtual queue. Not only do annual pass holders not need to have tapped into Magic Kingdom, they don't even have to tap into any theme park before 1. In other words, you can try to secure a virtual queue return time for both the 7 a.m. drop and the 1 p.m. drop from the comfort of your couch, hotel, restaurant, pool, etc. This is not normal and will not be the standard moving forward, but as Blog Mickey said in the first sentence of the article, that Disney World really wants annual pass holders to have a chance to preview Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I like that. That's so definitely different than what we have experienced, with virtual queue. The 1 o'clock queue, you have to have scanned into your park for whichever park you're going to, Epcot or Magic. So this scenario, you could have a park pass for Animal Kingdom, not have been to the park at all, and at 1 o'clock be able to join the virtual queue. So it's definitely different.
That's great, and I know Neil failed to get one for Magic, and this really helps him out tremendously, so he can definitely go for the 1 p.m. So what I'm hoping that we get in at 7 a.m. Well, that probably wouldn't work. Although we can ask, I don't know. I would hope to still be able to ride with Neil, but if we can't, then we can't. But it would still be good to still try to go at the same time together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want to watch Neil scream down the mountain? Well, it's not a mountain.
I do.
It's a salt mine. I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Down the bayou. He's going to scream down the bayou. There you go.
It's worth the views. The views will be higher knowing that Neil is going on this ride.
That's right. That was one of the highest viewed live streams.
Yeah, it really was. Couldn't have had anything to do with the subject matter, but yes, I think we kept people hooked and entertained.
Yes,
that was a good one. That was a really good one.
And we got to do it twice.
Yes,
almost right at the end. So it was a good night. So I'm looking forward to opening it. I will not be with all of you for the previews. Just had to make a decision because we're going in early July. So I will ride it more than likely July 3rd.
Yeah, so you're saying, yeah. So are you going to turn away and not watch that part?
I don't know. Chat, what should I do? Normally, normally when there's a new show, I don't watch it, or a new ride, I don't watch it. I wait to experience it on my own. But I did watch the drone show when you live streamed it. I don't know with this one. I feel like I'm close enough that I'll be there to experience it. So maybe I'll just wait. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you do. Any decision you make, I respect.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Shirley Renee says to wait. Mom says to wait. Alyssa says to wait. Yeah, I think everybody's with me. I'm gonna wait it out.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Did you get rid of what I put in there for the show?
No.
Did you delete anything?
No.
Really? I must be blind then, where I can't see anything that I added. Interesting. Okay. All right, what else? Listen, guess what we're doing at the end of this very podcast? I mean, I'm saying that to you. You have no idea.
No.
What we're doing. But I have on my desk the first 7 minutes of the LID movie.
No way.
Yes, sir. I do.
Ooh.
I do. Dying to see it. Definitely nervous because I want it to be perfect. It won't be perfect in the sense of it's a rough cut. There's a couple scenes missing that will be in, but there's also original music. Get to hear the original music. There's two scenes.
Goodness.
With original music. And yes, we have a composer, everybody, for the entire film. It's kind of crazy. But the LID. So I'll have feedback for you all when we're live again in the parks. You know, as to just no details, but what we think. You know, Jason O'Brien definitely trusted me with that. We had a good conversation today, and he was like, "Oh heck, I'm gonna let you take a peek at this, even though even the rough cut is not up to my standard yet." He's like, "I'm gonna let you take a peek." So
all right.
So we're gonna sit down and check it out. So
cool.
That's exciting.
That's definitely exciting. Let me clear that up. This will not be previewed on the show.
No.
Yes. There's some folks in chat.
How much will you show us?
Yeah.
No, this is like 20th Century Fox, like working on a project, or Disney working on a project.
Yeah.
It is under wraps. It is tight.
Yeah.
So
we don't want to get hit with copyright.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny? You get hit with copyright on your own production.
Right. Well, it's just like anything else, right? I'm not going to own the music.
Right.
I will own nothing of that. So,
wow, that's exciting. Very cool.
Yeah, and
I should have made some popcorn.
I know, right? So, the last thing I was going to touch on my agenda was we can finally announce what we're doing on Mondays. So, no park on Monday. What we will be doing is we are doing a special event. I teased this a while back. I said we were doing a special event that is a rarity on Disney property. It doesn't happen much. And this will, I guess, officially kick off our... I need a logo for this, but I didn't. That's what I forgot to do earlier. The Summer of Diz, man. This is the Summer of Diz, and this is the first event of Summer of Diz, and it is Celebration at the Top. Now, I'm sure some of you may have heard of this. Some of you may have gone to this event. I didn't do enough research to see if it was ever live streamed, but we're going to live stream it. So what it is we are going to have dinner. It's called, or Disney calls it Celebration at the Top. Sip, savor, and sparkle. This happens at Disney's Contemporary Resort. And it says, join us for a lively cocktail party atop Disney's Contemporary Resort. Right in the heart of the most magical place on earth. Enjoy fine food, shimmering sips, and melodious music while you wait for an awesome, inspiring fireworks spectacular. Upon arrival, you will indulge in an array of culinary offerings, including sushi, small bites, favorite dishes from the California Grill menu, and delectable desserts. Guests ages 21 and over can also enjoy such libations from the complimentary bar as California wine, beers, and cordials. As showtime approaches, step onto the intimate and private observation deck reserved for just Celebration at the Top guests. Here, you can enjoy an incredible view of the Happily Ever After fireworks spectacular lighting up the night sky over Magic Kingdom. The lights will dim as the music plays on the deck, so you'll be immersed in the magic. After the fireworks, head back inside for a flavorful finale featuring a sweet spread of petite 4 desserts, cordials, and coffee. There is a dress code, and the price for this event for future events is $129 a person. So we are very excited about that. It's an event we've never done. It would be great to do every event on property at some point.
Mm-hmm.
and we can check this one off our bucket list. And we're so excited. We're going with Susie Q and Ruben G and family. So we want to thank them ahead of time for inviting us to this awesome event. It's going to be great.
So not only have you never live streamed it, you've never done this event at all yourself.
Never done it, never seen it. So you're going to experience this through the eyes of our family for the very first time.
Very, very cool.
And, you know, that's part of this channel. That's the heart of this channel. We have done a lot of things. You know, again, it would be great to have an editor go through the entire life of the channel and pull out all the firsts that we've ever done on stream, because we've done a load of things for the first time, taking people along, even from checking into rooms, you know, checking into a resort for the first time and things like that. So even when things go wrong, like when you go to the Grand Floridian and you don't quite get in like you expected at first, but it all works out, you know.
That is, you know, that's another topic that we need to cover, is those things that, those extra magic events like that, you know, on the podcast, we need to do an episode where we talk about that, the fireworks cruises, that kind of thing. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Always up for new content for sure. So that's what I have for the opening. I don't know if you have anything else.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this this event tonight. And we talked about it last week during our 50th. We've got several weeks of content lined up for all of you. Next week, we will have Pink Pam 86 on. We'll talk to her about her Disney career, we'll call it. She's a new live streamer. I think she's been doing about a year, maybe, and moving along well. So we'll do that. We have some other content. So I'm excited about the next 50 episodes for sure. But this should be a fun one for sure.
The Real Steven TV is looking forward for that one. He is a moderator for her and does a fine job doing it.
Great job.
I've observed.
Yeah, does a great job over there.
And I like what Sharon Hecker said. I'm trying to highlight it. I can't quite catch it if you can. She says, we love the dining experiences with you as well. It's not always about the rides.
True.
Yeah,
True.
we love bringing. I think it's important to bring these live dining events, even if, you know, we had so much fun. We have so much fun at every one of them. You know, I was just referring back to one of the more recent ones. You know, that's a whole nother thing. You know, you could do a whole montage of all of our sit downs. You know, that would be easy to go through and maybe edit a video, but of the highlights of that kind of stuff. But I was alone just 3 weeks ago at Magic Kingdom, and I was like, heck, I'm gonna go to Tony's Town Square and sit on the porch and have dinner with everyone, and did it, and it was great. It was great. Had a great time with all of you. It was a really chill, relaxed kind of dinner, so that was pretty cool. Mike Ballas' says, nice shirt. Corey, Lawrence, and I always sporting great button-down shirts. The supply. You know, I had to pull the tags off this one, so I had not worn this one yet.
Same here. Same here.
Nice. I do the lift arm check. I put it on and I lifted my arms. And there's a tag under my left armpit, so I had Tammy cut it off. I'm like, can you come here and see if you can, without me taking it off, see if you can reach through and grab the extra piece that's always in there after you cut the tag.
Love it. Yeah, this one was new. I got it last week. I actually was in Walmart and saw Goofy's face there. I was like, oh, that's a button down. That might be for me. So, yeah.
Wow. City Slicker J says the food is the best part, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I could see Jay saying that.
Oh yeah, I love it. There's so many different aspects that we do while we're live, and people will come in and be like, "This is my favorite part." Even when I do the World Showcase walkthrough, you know, people come in and be like, "This is the best part of the Epcot stream." And I'm like, but the rest is so good. But I'm glad that you love this. I'm glad you love it.
That's
you know, and I'm also glad that Jacob and Tammy are coming with me now.
Yeah.
You notice that they're doing it with me more as opposed to me doing it solo.
Yeah.
And Gilnack says we love watching you and the family eat in the parks and gives us your honest reviews. Yes. We love doing that. We always look forward to that. And we have another festival to preview as we move closer into the summer. We always do a show like that. Do you have that one marked down? Preview show?
Yes. No.
Food and wine. That's okay.
No, that'll be another good one. There you go. See, we'll just fill in the weeks. Fill in the weeks.
Those are the easy ones. I had one more thing before we get started. Excuse me. I'm very excited, and I saw her in chat a little bit ago. I don't know if she's still there, but I finally am I feel like I'm part of the Park World family. Park World Radio, everybody. I just cut about 5 different audio clips. So if you do listen to Park World Radio, coming soon, you're going to hear my voice in between songs, along with Kimberly and her husband John, who run a great channel. Listen, I pay for Sirius XM. You want to know what I listen to way more than that for free? Park World Radio. I'm not lying. I listen to that thing all the time. I had it on when you and I got on tonight, backstage.
Oh.
So I love it. I'm glad to be part of it. And let me know, y'all, when you hear me. They left it up to me to be creative and make my own content, so I did. And looking forward to it. And you know what's funny? It's like when I wrap gifts just a few days before Christmas, when the kids are opening them and Tammy's opening them. I already forgot what I got them, half the stuff. So, I've got a memory like a pineapple.
Oh, so, boy.
It'll be interesting to hear the different cuts that I put in. I know I said something about the World Showcase walkthrough, though. It's like walking through the World Showcase without leaving your couch. This is Park World Radio, something like that. But I got to say I'm Corey from Living in Diz in that one. I didn't want to put that in everything, but I did 2 of those. So definitely some good stuff. Oh, I got one more. I'll give you one more. Hold on, let me have some water here.
Just got to get ready.
I don't know if I'm supposed to give away these previews, but one more. It's like pixie dust coming through your device. This is Park World Radio. I like that one.
Like it. I
just picture a poof,
Oh, she'll have
They sound great. Can't wait for everyone to hear them, says Kimberly. Oh, I'd give you guys a hug if I could. So thank you so much. It truly is an honor. I know I do this, and I'm in the parks and all that stuff, but it's truly an honor to be part of that. Definitely, and
So, Park World will have to add the sprinkle of pixie dust when you say that in the voiceover.
Ooh, there you go, Kimberly.
Right, the twinkle.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
Yes, that's awesome. So I wanted to mention that. And all right, I'm going to let you kick this baby off without further ado. The 2024 Dizzy Awards, and I will have some dad jokes to present as well.
All right. So, we have worked on this. When I say we, I don't mean Corey and I mean all of us have worked on this for a long time. Every poll that I've put in, I would take a snapshot of it after it was completed. Some of the polls we had over 200 people vote. And so now we're going to get to see some of the best of the best. So let's start the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Walt Disney. And the Oscar goes to...
Isn't it bright and shiny?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Aren't you proud of it, Mr. Disney?
I'm so proud, I think I'll bust.
And the winner is...
No way!
Mickey Mouse! Wah, wah, wah! Woo! Oh! Jiminy Cricket.
Bambi!
Walt Disney.
Welcome to the 2024 Disney Awards.
Absolutely amazed is. Love those highlights, man. I'm thinking back, years ago, Mickey was on the same stage as C-3PO. How about that?
Yep. Yeah. It was that was one I when I was putting that together, I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because I don't know what year that would have been, but look at later on how now they're one company.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
That was
I had the same thoughts. This is these tuxedos were produced by the DIZPod wardrobe. Thank you, Catherine.
See, we
if
told
anybody's only listening, we are in our fabulous, stunning t-shirt tuxedos, man. Yes. Formal night, everyone. Formal night.
That's right. That's right. I even have Minute Maid fruit punch.
Okay. For wine, there you go. I don't. I just have some water.
There you go.
Pretend
So you have
it's in
white,
wine
I have
glass.
red. All good. All good.
Yeah. Just a different glass. That's all.
Jen says I stepped away for a minute and now you guys are wearing a different top. Ah.
It's a night of awards, presentations, and costumes, Jen W.
So, yeah, let me bring up the awards. Bring that on screen, and I'm going to move us there. So these are going to be varied. We are going to talk about the parks, resorts, food, music, a little bit of everything. Again, I want to thank all of you for participating in those polls. It's always a lot of fun to put the polls in and to do trivia. In fact, I just found my box of Disney trivia, so you'll be getting plenty of that the rest of the year. But the polls certainly help, certainly to make this show. So, and this is the first one, and I think Corey and I want to do this every year. So let's start her off. So, oops. So these are the 2024 Disney Awards presented by the Park Bros, Corey and Lawrence. And our first one is going to be, if you could work in a park, which park would you choose? If you could work in a park, which park would you choose? Magic, Epcot, Hollywood, or Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, are we supposed to speak while
Sure.
are they posting their answers?
Yeah, we can. We'll have a little chit chat, and they'll post their answers.
All right, sounds good. For me, it's Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's hard because for me it would be between Magic Kingdom and Hollywood, and if it was Hollywood, it would definitely be over at Galaxy's Edge. That's where I'd like to be. Probably. Well, do you want to do Rise or do you want to do? I wouldn't want to be like in character the whole time over there at Rise.
Mhm.
So I'd probably work at the Falcon. Probably do Smuggler's Run or yeah, kind of in the outside part of the queue. So you're kind of outside, but so yeah, I'd probably do that. But you got to be in Magic probably. It's the OG for me,
Mhm.
and I don't know. That's the park though. It doesn't say what you have to do. So I'm gonna go with Magic. What about you?
Boy, oh boy. I think Magic being the OG for me would do it. Um, there's also a lot of different things that you could do there, right? Not that you couldn't in Hollywood or even in Epcot, but for me, I'd love to work in Tomorrowland. Um, the Tron costumes, I think, are nice. They even though they're black, they seem like they're very loose fitting, so they're not hot. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a lot of the other areas. You got great costumes, Adventureland, Jungle Cruise, being a skipper. So yeah, probably Magic. Probably Magic.
Jen W says in chat, Corey, you would do a great character on Rise. Thank you. I guess
I was
that could be
thinking
fun.
when you said the Falcon, I was thinking right there as you start to put people in their positions. Two pilots, two gunners, two engineers. Um, those cast members always have great conversation. So I was thinking, yeah, you'd be good at that.
Okay, that would be good. I would take that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be a good one. I would enjoy that.
All
I would
right,
enjoy that.
and the winner is Magic Kingdom.
Ooh, Magic Kingdom wins.
And if I
Not
remember
surprised.
correctly, that was a landslide. If I remember correctly, that was a pretty big one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite restaurant style. So you got a good variety of restaurants, but there's different styles to those restaurants. So you have a quick serve, you have table service, buffet, and family style. Difference between buffet and family style, everybody knows that. So like buffet would be Hollywood and Vine, and family style is Liberty Tree Tavern, where they bring you as much of the food as you want. This is a tough one for me.
Is it? Well, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out, Lawrence. Let's see. So let's break it down first. Quick serve. You kind of go up, you order your food. Chances are the food isn't that great, right? Compared to your table service.
Mm-hmm.
Your sit downs, right? It's not usually up to par with that in general. I'm just gonna say in general because I know there's some really good things. Table service, you have your waitress, your waiter, your wait staff to come over to your table and wait on you from start to finish. It's one course. It's a one course meal, I guess you'd say. So you can order, your appetizer, your main meal, your dessert. You're done. Buffet, of course, you can just eat to your heart's content. You go up and down. You go back. You come back and forth to the table. You can eat as much as you want. If it's a character experience, you always want to make sure you don't miss the characters. So pro tip number 769 is make sure you know where your characters are before you get up.
Yes.
And family styles. So let's take these two, buffet style and family style. So what do you like better? Do you like everything to come to the table at once, which is there's less variety, but there's a lot of variety than a buffet. There's less variety for family style. But you're going to get everything there, and then you get to ask for refills of what you want the most. That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's nice not having to get up and having it come to you, but I feel like you have better food variety at a buffet. So not that the food wasn't great at Liberty Tree Tavern when we went, but when you go to Hollywood and Vine or you go to Crystal Palace, it just seems like it's just all of this food that you can have. So of those two, I'm going to say buffet. And I think value wins out for me. So I'm going to say buffet.
So a while back, I would have said family style over buffet. I love the idea of a buffet, but most of the time, I feel like I come out too full because it's like it's hard to control how much you eat because you want to try a lot of things. So you come back to the table with a little bit of multiple things on your plate, and then you finish that and you go get the other multiple things that you didn't get the first time. And then after that, you go back and put the other multiple things that you didn't get the first or second time. And then you go for dessert. And then you're like so full. It's hard to get those desserts down, but you do. I cracked the code last time. And ironically enough, the last buffet that I had was with our good friend USC Greg and family. And it was at Hollywood and Vine.
Right.
And I decided this. I'm like, I eat a salad every day. Like, why am I having salad here? It looks great. Everything's fresh. But you know what? I'm skipping the salad tonight. So I skipped the salad. And by skipping the salad, I comfortably ate everything I wanted for the buffet and comfortably ate the desserts. And I left full, but not overwhelmingly full. Like we say, I love Shirley Renee. She remembers so much. I was just about to say that. In our family, we have Crystal Palace full. And when you're Crystal Palace full, it means you can't move for 30 minutes. And you might have to go to the restroom as well. So, yeah, that's overeating. Like, we were on vacation years ago, and I was like, yeah, guys, we're not moving for a little bit. I'm Crystal Palace full. So, yeah, overall, I am going to go... Fine. I'll go buffet with the new style, the new way of doing it.
Okay.
So, I'll go buffet. And who's the winner? Oh, before we pick the winner, I've got a dad joke. Oh, here comes the winner.
Nope, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan are in a Chinese restaurant, and Luke's having trouble eating with the chopsticks. Finally, Obi-Wan says, "Use the forks, Luke. Use the forks." All right, and the winner is.
Oh, I had a rim shot. I'll make sure to have that loaded up for you next time.
Yeah, we need the rim shot next time.
Yeah. And so the winner is table service.
How about that? You all voted table service. I love table service. I love them all, but Table service is good too.
Yeah. All right. Favorite moderate resort. So, you have value, moderate, deluxe, DVC. You have what I call value plus. That's Art of Animation and Pop. So favorite moderate resort.
Favorite moderate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the choices were again?
Choices are Port Orleans Riverside, Caribbean Beach, Port Orleans French Quarter, and Coronado Springs.
Well, and if there are some of these that or any of them that none of you have been to, I'm sure you've seen them on stream, so you can judge by that too.
Right.
I always feel like there's resorts that we've been to that we haven't slept at, but we've walked around, spent plenty of time there. Maybe we've eaten there. The property. I think you can fairly judge a property without sleeping at it because you're just sleeping.
Right.
So I've never stayed at Port Orleans, but I think I can have a pretty good opinion of it, just like I slept there. So, speaking of that, I have only stayed at Caribbean Beach out of those 4. What about you?
I am at 3 of the 4. I've not stayed at Riverside, but we have stayed at Caribbean Beach, Port Orleans, and Coronado Springs. In fact, Caribbean Beach was the very first Disney resort that I stayed at in 1990 at the age of 14.
Oh.
Yeah. Stayed in Jamaica.
And now, I always talk about Caribbean Beach for the size of it, and that's the only negative about it. I feel like is the size. It's pretty big to try to get over to the main building to eat.
Yeah, so the first night we got there very late, and so they gave us directions how to get back to Jamaica. It is quite a bit of a walk, but the good thing is there's buses internally, and where we stayed in Jamaica, we were right across from the Skyliner. So we left, closed the door in the hotel room, and we were in Hollywood Studios in about 7 minutes. So
Oh,
yeah, that was really nice. Coronado is nice. Caribbean Beach is really kind of laid back. I like French Quarter. Riverside, we ate there, even though I haven't stayed there. Really nice walk along the water. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna say Caribbean Beach out of those four for me.
I will probably side with you on that. I don't think the grounds of Coronado Springs is great at all. Eh.
We walked along there when we stayed there. It was okay, but I guess because it's so big, it kind of feels more convention center type, um,
Yeah.
than resort like the rest of them.
Yeah, I feel like when you walk the back of the grounds and all that, it's not as nice as these other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say with Caribbean Beach, if you're going to stay there, try to plan to stay. I don't even know what island is closest to eating, but try to stay there.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that.
Yeah, the map.
And so the winner is French Quarter.
Well, there you go. French Quarter is great. French Quarter is where you can get the beignets.
That's right.
And you can also listen. Hey, I got one. Pro tip $11.99. Check this one out. It's funny how I know the whole book, right? Of pro tips.
Mhm.
Thousands of them. I learned this when Jacob and I were cutting a vlog years ago. Probably the first year of our channel. Jacob and I were there on a Saturdays by ourselves cutting a vlog. I believe they have a pumpkin hunt every year, scavenger hunt. So you want to do that. But the pro tip is if you want to get some free balloons, just hang around about 2:00, whatever, when housekeeping is cleaning the rooms. They just collect the balloons and put them at the bottom of the porch. And if you're like, can I have some balloons? They're like, yeah. So we took some balloons home one day.
Huh.
After the vlog. Yeah. So,
Yeah. And so you can see Yeehaw Bob at French Quarter Thursday through Sunday.
Yes. And that's kind of an annual thing we do now.
Yeah.
Around Christmas time. We'll be back there again.
For some reason,
maybe we'll go sooner this time.
he was at Riverside. It's French Quarter. He's at French.
He's at Riverside, isn't he?
Riverside. That's what I thought. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's Port Orleans, which
Potatoes,
is one
potatoes.
side or the other. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Catherine wants to know where she was between tips 770 and 1198. No, these are scattered. These are when I think of something, I know what tip number it is.
Right. Yeah. I can only imagine how big that encyclopedia of tips is. Very good.
It's so big, and your mom manages it, so she's incredible. Shout
Yeah.
out to Purple Pleasure.
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence, how about our next dad joke?
Go for it.
How does Luke Skywalker get through the forest?
How does Luke Skywalker get through the forest?
He walks.
I
And
forgot.
now the award for Best Personality World Showcase?
Yes. So, which country in the World Showcase has the best personality? It's kind of like in high school where you have the superlative awards.
You queuing it up?
Yeah. So we have China, Morocco, the UK, and Mexico.
Oh, let's see. Well, who has the best personality? We talking? What are we taking into account here? Like architecture and
Yeah, kind of
food?
overall, what I would, as I look at it, I think it's which country is the most fun, right? You think about best personality in high school, you want to be around that person. So kind of the same thing here.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you think like party atmosphere, I'm probably leaning more towards the UK and Mexico. I'm gonna go with the United Kingdom. China is really chill. Morocco is chill. Mexico, you can get those cervezas and those margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a little bit of a party atmosphere there. But I really think things get rocking over there on the corner of the Rosencrown. So it's got to be the UK.
China was on fire for New Year's. That place was crazy. Oof, that was so much fun.
Right. Weren't we like talking about possibly getting that DJ on the podcast?
Yes, I don't think he cleared.
Because he technically worked for Disney.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. Come on, Disney.
I know.
Disney.
I know.
Check us out. Send some people our way. We'll be good to them.
Best personality is Mexico.
Mm.
Mexico.
Well, there you go. I was gonna say I don't even remember that poll coming up, but at the same time, I don't see most of the polls.
Right. That's right. Yeah, Mexico is fun. I like that you go inside the building, but it feels like you're outdoors. That's always
Yolanda says, well, the cast members in Morocco and the UK wrote nice messages in my passport back in the day when they had the World Showcase passport. As of late, Mexico has a good vibe. Mm-hmm. And Jen W. agrees with me with the UK being a party atmosphere.
They had the silent DJ for New Year's.
Ah. Very nice.
Favorite festival, which is funny because right now, Epcot has no festival going on.
This is one of Tammy's favorite times. She loves the festivals, but it's one of her favorite times to go because, the World Showcase during the day is empty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. As a matter of fact, we will be at Epcot on a Saturdays in 2 weeks. So it'll be great to be festivalless one visit.
You're gonna have
forces you to eat somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we need to get reservations for beer garden for that one. That's probably appropriate timing for beer garden.
Yeah, you've been talking about that. That would be a good time because then you don't feel like you're missing out on the festival because you're not in a festival.
Yes, and we'll still bring the entertainment because there's entertainment there.
Mm-hmm.
So, sausage fest, let's go! Tons of sausage there.
There's some good answers already. Holidays, food and wine.
What's your favorite?
Food and wine.
Listen, they all bring their own thing. You've got the topiaries, which are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Food and wine is really all about the food and the wine, and they probably bring the best shows, in my opinion. So can really go, as a foodie, you can really go crazy at the food and wine festival. Festival of the Holidays is short. I'm going to probably not really, I love Christmas. The trees are beautiful to look at. The cookie, listen, Disney, the cookie stroll. We need new cookies. Just come up with new cookies this year, please. Please. And I love taking the stream around Festival of the Arts. It's such a fun stream. We're eating slowly and looking at art.
Yeah.
For hours. Yeah. Just going along and eating. And I hope you all love that one too when we do that one. We just really take a good look at the art. We took such a long time doing it. I don't even know if we completed it in like 2 or 3 trips of doing it. We went slower than ever. So that's a good question for everybody. Did you like how slow we went? If you remember, we only got through maybe a quarter of the art while eating a quarter of the food. And then the next time we did some more. So lots of fun. So for me, man, what do you think?
So I love them all. Absolutely. I've been to, lucky enough to have been to all of them. Um, I think Food and Wine is probably the most popular, but for me, it's Festival of the Arts because it's so varied, right? I remember I was there and I had started the stream that day and we got acrobats right there at port of entry and we watched that show. We walked through and looked at the art. Even the food looks like art. You have some good concerts going on, so it's just wide variety because the concerts are Broadway, so you have a wide variety. So for me, I think it's Festival of the Arts.
For the first time ever, I am going to lean the same way as you. I talked myself into it. I just love grabbing, and I don't drink, but if I did, I'd grab myself some wine and just go from art booth to art booth.
Yeah.
I love art. I love looking at it. I love sharing it with everybody, and I even take the tone sometimes of like doing the World Showcase walkthrough. So
Well,
I've had
and
people in the chat be like, "Oh gosh, I am so relaxed right now. I got my own wine on my couch and I'm listening to your voice and I'm just looking at the art with you." So yeah, it's all the art, and I really enjoyed watching that Aladdin presentation when we sat down live.
Mhm.
It's Festival of the Arts for me right now. Listen, the Flowering Garden, I love them all. The Flowering Garden, though, I kind of felt like this year, I love seeing the topiaries, but after you've seen them a couple times, you kind of just glance at them as you walk by, and
yeah,
it's not as much as a wow factor kind of quick. So, but the art is just pops, and it's so different every year.
yeah. And again, even in the variety of even in the art, there's variety, right? I mean, how each of those artists create and what they create, and you might have wooden little statues, and you've got these huge drawings and abstract art. It's amazing what folks do. Really is. So yeah, for me, it's Arts Festival, and the winner is Food and Wine. Not a big
Well,
surprise.
there you go.
I think
Well, there
I
you
think that's probably the most popular one.
Yeah, it's the longest. And I think Catherine's right too. I think Festival of the Arts needs to get more time.
It does feel very short, but holidays feels even shorter. But
Yeah, holiday is quick.
yeah, yeah,
It should probably start sooner. I mean, Christmas parties start sooner, so Festival of the Holidays should probably start November 1st, maybe. Now, then you get 2 months of it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, so this is going to be best quick serve restaurant in Magic Kingdom. So we talked about restaurants earlier.
We
So
did.
you have Columbia Harbor House.
Hey, listen, Lawrence.
Yes.
Where is Peter Pan's favorite place to eat out?
Well, I would say Pinocchio Village House, but I'm guessing I'm wrong.
You fool. It's Wendy's. It's Wendy's.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, he likes to fly in late night for that little chili bowl. He told me.
Oh, there it is. I knew I had one.
So we have Columbia Harbor House, Cosmic Rays, Sleepy Hollow, and Pinocchio Village House. What is everybody's favorite in chat? And also, if you're listening later on to the recording, please leave a comment to some of these as to what you thought, because that's important to us too.
Yes.
For me, Cosmic Rays is my least favorite. Pinocchio Village House also is down there a little bit for me, but they did rally back with the new flatbreads that Jacob and I like a lot. So, we could visit there sometime very soon. It's been a little bit. We almost did that recently, and I can't remember where we opted to go instead. But Pinocchio Village House, I love the flatbreads they have there now. And Sleepy Hollow has the best snack in Walt Disney World, which is the fresh fruit waffle sandwich. So love that. Columbia Harbor House, eh. Listen, they have chowder. They have chowder. So the chowder is good. I signed off on that. The chicken sandwich is fair. So I gotta go Sleepy Hollow for me. What about you?
So I don't eat waffles. So Sleepy Hollow is out. Cosmic Rays. We ate there for Christmas in 2020, like literally Christmas night. That was our dinner. Outside of that, it's nothing to write home about. So at least Columbia Harbor House or Pinocchio Village. I'm gonna say variety wins out, so Pinocchio Village House for me.
Okay, I want to point out Beth and Kevin, and they said Satuli Canteen, even though that was not one of the choices. I could put up a good argument that Satuli Canteen is the best quick serve. It's healthy. You feel good after you eat that. It's good. It's good. I love Satuli. Would have eaten at Satuli on Saturdays, but we didn't because I wanted to try the Yak and Yeti burger. We had never done it before, and that's where Alyssa and Neil were going. So we wanted to go try that, but love Satuli.
Yeah, Satuli, I've only eaten there twice, maybe 3 times, but it's filling, but doesn't leave you weighed down,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good restaurant. I'm sorry, did you give me your answer?
I did. Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
Lock me in.
Harbor House.
The winner is Harbor House. I'm not surprised, though. That's a popular one. The food is quality.
Yeah, food's quality. It's big. There's plenty of seating. They have the second story, right?
Yes.
I've never had to go up there because when I go, it's pretty quiet. So,
yes. The only time we went up there was during COVID. We went up there. They actually used Harbor House for the Peter Pan queue to keep distance. You had to walk in, go upstairs, go down the stairs, and then boom, you go into the Peter Pan queue.
Wow. Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
Which Disney princess would make the best judge?
Well, we don't have a Princess Judy, so I don't know.
Snow White, because she is the fairest of them all.
There you go.
And now, the favorite Hollywood Studios area.
So, similar to lands in Magic Kingdom, you have areas, as I'll call them, in Hollywood Studios. Toy Story Land, Echo Lake, Galaxy's Edge, or Sunset Boulevard. Which is your favorite?
Well, I like to just not give a straight answer. I have to talk things out. So let's talk it out. So Toy Story Land, they did an amazing job. Listen, they did an amazing job everywhere. So Toy Story, to be able to shrink down to the size of a toy is a cool concept. As you walk the land, it has a feel of like dirt or mud. Where you see footprints, you see the big footprints of oh gosh, I'm going blank right now.
Andy,
yes. And they added the barbecue restaurant, and there's 3 rides all packed in there, so they've done a really great job with that. 50s primetime Echo Lake area. You've got Indiana Jones over there. Just hanging by the lake is a good time. Especially at Christmas, the way it's decorated and the Christmas music, the classic Christmas music is so cool.
Yes.
Hollywood and Vine is right over there as well. Neil also discovered over there in the corner that you can, I think you can get vodka or something like that, some kind of mixed drink. He's like, I can't believe this. Galaxy's Edge. Amazed is. Sunset Boulevard. Love being on Sunset Boulevard at night. It's just really Hollywood-like. I don't know. It's a nice place to be. Lots of shopping. Not the greatest food options right there, but some shopping, and you've got that great view of Hollywood Tower of Terror. So I am going to say that I'm just going to go Galaxy's Edge because of the big Star Wars fan that I am, and it really is so impressive, to stand there and see that big hunk of junk just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So I'm gonna do process of elimination again. Echo
Talk it
Lake,
out.
I like, but compared to the others, no. Sunset Boulevard is great, like you said. The music there. You're walking up towards Tower of Terror. You've got Phantasmic down there. Lots of good food options. Lots of shopping. Like both sides are either
Yes.
shopping or food all the way down, really. There's a fantastic Pandora store there, Corey, if you're ever out there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I thought that shut down.
No.
So, hey, where is the better shopping? Sunset Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard?
I would say Sunset. I think you have better shops on Sunset.
Interesting. So, if for all that don't know, but I know a lot of you are so smart out there, you do know. But if you break down the shopping, I mean, Sunset Boulevard, let's see, let's go to the left side, is Pixar related
Right.
stuff. And then you cross the street, there's that Pandora store. And then you go down a little bit, and you've got some odd things, kind of things like Disney style over in Disney Springs. You kind of get some of that stuff over there as you walk through the Pandora store with some really different kind of Disney stuff. And then you've got that's where they sell the Doonies. And then you go through there, and then you have general stuff. You've got the Disney t-shirt, a little bit more of an emporium feel, I would say, with the lounge flies and the ears and the t-shirts and that kind of thing. And then, of course, Hollywood Boulevard has the magic bands, the pins, more ears, and then that's kind of where they feature their latest collections of collection, I guess. So one or two collections will be posted there. That's where the mugs are. And then you cross the street, you have the Star Wars store, the Marvel store, all within one. And then Mickey's of Hollywood over there. That's kind of a little more emporium-ish as well. So it's a tough one for me, but I'm going to go Hollywood. I'm going to go the Hollywood side.
Wow.
I tend to buy more on the Hollywood side, I think.
I discovered, if you look at that picture, the store on the right after it, so past the Pandora, I think they have a really good variety of merch there. I don't spend much time in the Pandora in the Pandora store, but in the Pixar store either. The only thing, like, I don't really love Mickey's in Hollywood, but I do like the Star Wars store that's on Hollywood, right at that corner, right, really at the intersection of Hollywood and Sunset. I'm still gonna say for shopping, I think Sunset. And I'm sure they set it up that way, based on the actual California. So more shopping on Sunset. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna say we've dragged that out so long. Toy Story is great, but I remember the first time walking into each of them, and I think Galaxy's Edge blew me away more than Toy Story Land, so I'm going to say Galaxy's Edge.
And the winner is Purple Pleasure said, let Tammy know about the Pandora store. Sure thing.
Galaxy's Edge won that one. That was pretty clear, if I remember correctly. That was a landslide there for Galaxy's Edge.
Very good. Very, very good.
Most immersive land. So similar to what we just talked about, when you walk into each of these, which one really makes you feel like you are deeply immersed in them? Tomorrowland, Galaxy's Edge, Africa and Animal Kingdom, or Toy Story Land?
Well, the two new ones to the party is Tomorrowland and Africa. You know, they really do such a great job. I mean, you got to go for me. I just have to go Galaxy's Edge again. It's totally immersive. So is Africa, and for that matter, so is Toy Story Land. Tomorrowland. Yeah, I've never thought of Tomorrowland as like immersive. Like it's themed for sure. I don't know. I think that it's so old that I don't know. It doesn't feel super immersive.
Feels like Yesterland.
Yeah, it feels. It's more like Yesterland. Yeah. So for me, Africa's pretty impressive. I mean, we were just there, and you feel like you're in Africa without even thinking about it. But you do that with most of these lands. But I'm just going to go back to Galaxy's Edge.
Okay, this was not planned. I just thought of this. Look out. There were permits filed today for Carousel of Progress.
Wait a minute. Is it just maintenance, or do we think we're going to make the future the future?
I would be okay with that.
I would be too. Anyone in chat, would you be fine with totally changing the final scene in Carousel of Progress?
What is he? The uncle? Who's the guy on the left?
Yeah, in the chair.
Yeah, he
Uncle
talks
Orville.
about laser.
No, Uncle Orville's in the bathroom.
Orville's in the bathroom.
Yeah, he talks about laser discs. That
laser
must be Grandpa.
discs. Yeah, come on. We haven't seen a laser disc in how many decades now? So it would be fine to update the final scene. The rest of them you could leave alone because they're historic. No real reason to change that. So
I was with a different girl when I owned laser discs.
I don't even know. I remember working at Service Merchandise, if any of you remember that show, that store, in the mid 90s, and we had the laser disc. So yeah, it's time. It's time. So anyway, just thought I would throw that out to you.
I want to recognize Beth and Kevin, who are being very participatory in the chat tonight. Welcome to the podcast, and welcome to the channel. Don't know if you normally watch or you just discovered us, but you are very welcome. So glad you're here. Grandpa. The wise old Our Disney World Fix comes in with Grandpa.
Michelle, I don't think that they would change it from Christmas. I think it would just be an update, because if you think about it, all of the scenes are holidays. So I think they would leave it as Christmas. I just think it would be updated. I mean, the TV that he's on, we threw out that TV like 25 years ago.
Yeah. I am all for God, I don't even know what they would do for the future when it comes to a to a TV. I mean, if you do a projection TV, like you mount it on the ceiling and shoot it to the wall, we're already doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll just have to come up with like a 12K TV or something.
Hey, we got Galaxy's Edge. You get the transmission from Ray. They can do something.
There you go. 3D transmissions.
Yeah. So
get on it, Disney. We need new future.
Yeah. So we'll see. That was just announced today. So hopefully in D23 we'll have something, some concrete evidence on what's going on there. So for me, again, this is obviously going to be a 4-hour show. I'm going to say Galaxy's Edge, most immersive.
All right. Well, we'll try to limit some conversation so we can move through some more categories. Do we have a lot of categories left?
We have some. So Galaxy's Edge won out. That was not surprising at all. Let me do one more here, and then we'll take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, it doesn't get any more immersive than that.
No. Ooh, best thrill ride.
Best thrill ride. Hey, Lawrence, why does Alice ask so many questions?
She's inquisitive.
Because she's in Wonderland. Gosh. All right. And now the nominees for Best Thrill Ride.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Slinky Dog Dash, Tower of Terror, or Space Mountain.
Well, if you look at all of, these are all made for the family. The entire family can ride all of these. They're answering Guardians in there. We can only pick 4, so there's only 4.
Right. That's right.
But you are free to say your answers for sure.
Yes.
For me, I'm gonna rule out Space Mountain. Space Mountain is there's some thrill there, but God, it's so rough and rickety. But we still love it. But if they were going to do a whole retheme of that, I'm good with that. I'm actually good if they tore Space Mountain down and gave us a new attraction. I don't care about the history of that one. Like, I would be all for tearing that down and giving us a new experience. Give us, well, you can't give us Space Mountain 2.0 because that is Guardians.
Mm.
But maybe they should have just done that. They should have just put Guardians there.
They're replacing Space. Where is that? Is that Disney Sea? I can't.
Are they?
Yeah. So that one's closing, and they're replacing it. So, yeah. If that ride is rough. Not only is it rough, oh my goodness, but trying to get out of it, like there's no graceful way to get out of that ride.
I got to defend myself a little bit with Cora on Main Street. She says, Corey, first COP and now Space Mountain? No, we can never. Listen, I will glue myself to the wall of Carousel of Progress if they ever try to tear that down.
Yeah.
We will do a live stream protest on that one. I just want to change the final scene. Space Mountain can change for me. That's okay. Aaron says never. But listen, for me, it's Slinky Dog Dash. And especially at night. Love Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So for me, it's going to be Tower of Terror. I know when you get in that elevator and you go up and then you go across and the doors open and it starts to move across. I remember the first time being on the ride going, wait, where are we going? Why are we moving that way? And then you get, it's so much fun. And I don't like free fall rides. Never do them. But that one is just so much fun. So that would be the winner for me. So Slinky Dog for Corey and Tower of Terror for myself.
And the winner
is Tower of Terror.
There you go. All right. You all voted, and that's what came out on top.
Now, understand that is of these 4. I knew when I did this poll however many months ago, I couldn't put Guardians in. That would be unfair. Guardians would win hands down. So I had to give you a little bit of, the secondary thrill rides, if you will. I do wonder if I had Tron in there, if Tron would have won. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you wouldn't know because you never get to ride it.
Yeah. Tron and I have a thing. I do agree with Goofy Guy, though. Let's just do a whole new land overhaul over there for Tomorrowland.
I'm with you. I'm with
Keep
you.
the people, right? Keep the people mover, but make it futuristic. Give us new cars. Make it run a little better,
Yep.
and it'd be good to go. Buzz. Oh God, now I'm on a tear. Buzz can go. It's the worst ride attraction ever.
So the
I'm
buzz,
making enemies. But a total overhaul. We need to get rid of the Speedway. Now, trust me, I go on all these things and I love them all. But sometimes it's time for change. So now I'm on it. I think you could do a total sweep of that. I'd like to keep the People Mover and Carousel of Progress. Just make it, freshen it up. And wipe out the other stuff. Let's bring on some new futuristic stuff.
the buzz in I think it's Shanghai is being changed to Wreck-It Ralph.
I would gladly put a Wreck-It Ralph attraction right there. And it's time to open up the area where Stitch was.
Yes, hello. I mean, what is going on in there?
Mm-hmm.
It's time. Yep.
Yeah, Buzz did steal Gen W's phone. We remember that. Yes, Astro Orbiter can go as well. I agree with that, David and SC. There we go.
I didn't even. I
D23
forget about that
announcements.
ride. I forget about that ride. Astro Orbiter.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
Thunder Mountain agrees too. Buzz needs to go.
Yeah.
I've got my Buzz army.
All right, we are going to step away here for a second for a special presentation, and we will be right.
It's very nice to be back in Walt's office. It's just the way it was when I was much younger and Walt was here. Piano is the same. Walt's not here, but his spirit's here. Yeah. I demonstrated practically every song I ever wrote for Disney with my brother Bob on this piano.
Today is one of those magical days that you dream of. Recording Richard Sherman, playing Feed the Birds for our short in Walt Disney's office.
I used to play that for Walt all the time. He loved that song.
And it's the reason we chose this song for this Walt and Mickey moment in our short.
And then the opportunity came up to record that very song with Richard at the piano that he originally played the song on.
It's in tune too. It's good. Which is new.
And why not do it on a Friday afternoon, which is when he used to play for Walt?
I think Walt had a very deep-rooted feeling about this song. He could understand what we were saying. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, 2 pennies for a bag of crumbs. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about it doesn't take much to give love, to give kindness, to give thought to people, giving a little something of yourself. And it doesn't take much to do that.
call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across the entire ocean.
Molly?
Boat snack! Oh! Boat snack upgrade. Bacon and eggs? Why didn't you bring the pig last time?
All right, we are back.
Disney's Moana 2 in theaters this summer. Maybe it's... I just had to do that. No, but that's coming out. What's that? That's November. That's a November release. That's the first time that I have seen that trailer, and looks pretty good. Hey Hey's back, y'all. Hey Hey is the most underrated sidekick ever. Maybe I'm just making that claim because I love Hey Hey. Yalana says, "What? A second Moana? My kids just yelled yay."
Yes. Yeah, so I saw that that was actually released today, so I thought we would show that. So very
Catherine, where's my Moana fabric?
Yeah, nobody told Lawrence. Catherine bought him Moana fabric.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. Mike Ballard says, great costume change. We did change costumes.
We did.
See, I already forgot. I was all caught up in the whole presentation. Rest in peace, Richard Sherman. That news broke while we were live.
Yes.
In the parks.
Yeah.
And I immediately sang There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. Just a legend. I'm just in awe at things like this is the piano that I, played on all of our songs, and Walt, I played for Walt in his office. Like it just widens your eyes, and just you wish you could be there. You wish you could touch it. Just incredible stuff right there.
Yeah.
Legendary.
I was thinking, could you imagine, sitting in Carousel of Progress or Small World and getting the news alert on your phone that Richard Sherman passed away? Like that would just be crazy to have gotten that news while you're on one of the rides that he wrote the soundtrack to.
Right.
But they, him and his brother just did amazing work. And there's actually on Disney Plus, there's a great movie that was, I don't remember what year it was. I think it might have been 2009, if I remember correctly. But it is on Disney Plus. It's called The Boys, and it is a phenomenal story. I saw it maybe last year. Great movie with the two of them in it, talking about their entire career with Disney, with Walt Disney, all the stories that they shared with us. So yeah, make sure to check that out on Disney Plus, because that's really, really good. Really shows you what they went through. Yeah.
What's the name of it again?
The Boys. That's
Okay.
what we call them, The Boys. Go get The Boys
Okay.
in here, and they would go rewrite something. Some song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right. What's up next for awards?
All right. So next, Best Park Entrance Music. Park World Radio. Are you listening?
Ooh.
Best Park Entrance Music. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom?
I am just going to automatic. I think that I don't even need to. Oh God! All right, stop. I was like, I don't have to talk this out, but I do. I do. I have to talk it out. To be honest, I can't even tell you what kind of entrance music happens when you enter Animal Kingdom. I'm usually stepping in there and trying to figure out which way do I go to get to Pandora or something. So with Epcot, for me, when you enter, and it's usually where we start our live streams, it's very, very dramatic music.
Mm-hmm.
And it pumps me up even more when I start the live stream. But there's something super magical about Magic Kingdom, and I love the music that comes across Park World Radio when you just know, like I just said to Tammy yesterday or the day before, we were preparing dinner together and Park World Radio was on and I was like, where do you hear this? And she's like, probably Magic Kingdom. I'm like, yeah, Main Street, one of my favorites. So for me, it's Magic Kingdom with a close second being Epcot and then Hollywood Studios.
Okay. So the music in Animal Kingdom is kind of world music remixes, you'll call them, of Disney songs. At Christmas time, I love that music. During the regular time, not so much. Magic, I don't like the entrance music there. I mean, it fits the park. It's not my favorite, so it's going to fall to number 3 for me. Sorry. Now, that being said, walking down Main Street, different situation. Love the music on Main Street, but I think it's the feeling that I get when I'm on Main Street with all the shops and everything. But entering the park, it just doesn't do anything for me. I listen the music at Epcot. I listen to that going to sleep. But I think Hollywood does it for me. Hollywood Studios, that old Hollywood feel, big band. So Hollywood wins it for me.
All right. I think you can make an argument for any 3 of those. I do love that older music too. If I know we're going to Hollywood Studios on a Saturdays, while I'm getting ready, I throw that music on and it's just like, oof. As a matter of fact, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios music, even if it's a day that I know I'm not going to the park and some of that particular music comes on, whatever park it is, it makes me want to go to that park. All right, so what do we have next? I think we may... Did we lose Lawrence for a second there? We may have lost Lawrence for a second there. But Mike Ballard says, Corey, I feel you. Such a traditionalist, and I mean that in a good way. That music brings back my childhood, says Mike. Nanny Pooh Bear says, what I absolutely love, all of the music at Magic Kingdom, it is classic Americana. Absolutely. Hollywood Studios music is number 2 for Ann Gilnack, and it's all great music. And at least Todd said earlier that it is mostly Jungle Book music when you enter Animal Kingdom. So there you go. Hello, Courtney. We can see your comments, my dear. And so... Yep. But it's all great music. And our Aaron from Our Disney World Fix was saying he doesn't like the last 2 renditions of Epcot music. I don't like the newest one as much. There's one particular hook in that I absolutely love, and it's used in Luminous all the time. I love that part. But I did really get to love the music before that. I've listened to that quite a bit. This is just going to give Aaron a heart attack at this point, but I would say that I don't remember exactly what the music was prior to that in the entrance, so I'd have to go back and listen, but I'm sure I loved it. I know that I loved the music within the park, and Aaron knows what I'm talking about, the Interventions area music, my favorite of all time. So we're talking pretty good classic Epcot material there. David Nessie says, living at Diz, what's your favorite music after park close? It's Main Street. It's Main Street. But again, a close to it is Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I love all 3 of those so much, but you know, Magic Kingdom just gets me as a traditionalist.
All right, I'm back.
All right, let's jump to the next category. Let's try to string out some of these categories pretty quick.
Yeah. Winner on that one was Magic Kingdom.
All right, winner, chicken dinner.
Cutest kid. This was a fun one. There were a lot of results on this one. Merida, Moana, Elsa, or Anna.
Cutest kid. I think it's Moana.
I would say Moana as well. Catherine voted for Finley. She's not one of the choices. Although she probably could have played Moana. Mom voted for Finley too. Winner of cutest kid, Moana. Yeah, that was good. Favorite classic princess movie.
Favorite classic Christmas princess movie.
Princess movie. Cinderella, Snow White, or Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, so Max Hubman wants to know how many Disney Awards has it been? This is our first annual.
Yes. You are in the inaugural award show.
Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Favorite classic princess movie for me out of those is Snow White.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
I have to honestly say I've never seen Sleeping Beauty.
I have.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I'm gonna go with you on Snow White.
Okay.
I was thinking Cinderella, but I'm gonna go Snow White. And the winner is Snow White. So we were not alone.
And it was Walt's first, yes.
Favorite Star Wars movie. Corey doesn't even have to answer this one. We know this one. A New Hope. Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back. Sorry, episode 1 was not in there.
That's okay. These are the best right here. You narrowed it down to the top 3. So, I want to learn the learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father. And then Empire Strikes Back. Let's see. Let's give a quote to that one. Nah, forget it. We got to keep going. So let's keep going. I see a lot of Empire in the chat.
Gosh, I don't know.
You're still thinking, huh?
I'm going to go Return of the Jedi.
All right. I mean, it is great. I have the original Empire Strikes Back movie poster, says Max. Ooh. I've got an original Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi wins.
But, whoa. Come on, people.
Return
Whose channel is this?
Best motion picture soundtrack, Renaissance period.
Oh, the Disney Renaissance period. Best motion picture soundtrack. Let's see.
That would have been the 90s.
I mean, great.
Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Tarzan.
Beauty and the Beast for me. Didn't even have to talk it out.
Yeah. I knew that would be yours. Oh man, Tarzan. I mean, Phil Collins, just amazing. I think overall soundtrack is Aladdin and Lion King. I'm gonna say Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast is great, but I like a little, a lot of the songs in Beauty and the Beast are slower.
But I'm probably going to go Aladdin as well. If I had to pick a second one.
Mm-hmm.
Lion King, though. I don't know. To be honest, I'd have to listen to both soundtracks a little bit to really decide.
Yeah,
but it is Beauty and the Beast all the way.
I used to wear them out.
I'm also guilty of never seeing Tarzan.
Garrett
Moore says Bill Collins went off. So there's 2 movies I've got to watch. Tammy and I need to watch those.
Yeah. NSYNC's version. Yep, Court. I agree with you there. So Lion King won Best Soundtrack. Does not surprise me. All right. Favorite park. This is like the best picture, you know, in the Oscars.
It's like picking my mom or Tammy's mom. 1A, 1B. You know? It's like picking my kids. 1A, 1B.
Magic.
Like picking my wives. 1A, 1B. Oh, whoa. Don't say that. No, it's like it is though for me. We've talked about this a million times on stream. For me, I got to go with Magic Kingdom because it's the OG, but Hollywood Studios, well, and Magic are really my childhood. I was a huge Star Wars kid, huge Disney kid. So I go Magic Kingdom, 1A, 1B Hollywood, 1C Epcot. I love them all so much. And I love Animal Kingdom, but I don't know. I just don't put them in that category.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like football. You have Tom Brady, and then you have another list of great quarterbacks. That's how that goes for me.
This one's tough. I mean, Magic.
David says I change my favorite park almost every week. I kind of stick with Epcot, though. I mean, Magic. See?
For me, it's going to be Epcot. It's going to be Epcot as 1A and Magic 1B, and then Hollywood and Animal.
Kim Patton says slight edge to Magic. I love Epcot as well. Epcot for Alyssa Stenberg. Michelle Hollensteiner, Magic Kingdom is her childhood. MK for Benjamin and Purple Pleasure. Aaron. I don't know what Aaron's favorite park is, though.
I wonder. I think something fell on his keyboard. He just keeps typing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. The winner is...
It's got to be Magic.
Magic Kingdom, folks. No question about it. I knew that was going to happen. So, thank you all again for participating, because without all of you doing the polls, that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. So, thank you. That was a lot of fun to do on the show. A lot of fun to do during the live streams. Really just meant a lot that you all want to participate and have some fun with us while Corey's in the park and we're all chatting. It just adds a lot to the live stream. I mean, it's as Corey said earlier. You know, we do this for you. We do it live because we do it for you. And I was talking to some other creators earlier today, and the energy that I get and Corey gets and other creators get from creating content is not because we like to be behind the camera. It's because of what all of you bring to it. So thank you.
Absolutely. When I sit there and I just get on a roll on Saturday mornings as I prepare for the Saturday stream, I just keep creating things. And my thought for every time I create something is to surprise my my YouTube family, is to surprise them. Like, ooh, I'm gonna run this graphic today. They're gonna love this. Or I've got some news today. I'm gonna share with them. I want to create this. Let's do this. I do it with, you know, the idea of wowing people and bringing joy to whatever we do. So whatever it is we do.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask Catherine. I was sitting here doing the intro for the awards and trying to put all those clips together and bringing in the music and all that. And I'm like, oh, I think they're going to like this. You know, I think they're going to like this. And this is, again, I've only been doing this for a year, just under a year, 50 episodes. And so it's not something that I normally do, but I was putting it together and I was like, oh, I think they're going to like this. So I definitely appreciate all the comments tonight, all the interaction tonight. Definitely fuels me. So thank you.
Absolutely. And Ann Gilnack says, thank you, Corey and Lawrence, for all your work in making this possible tonight. Shout out to Lawrence for putting those videos together. That was all Lawrence 100%. I saw them for the first time as you all saw them for the first time. And Lawrence does an amazing job behind the scenes when I'm live and also in, for the DIZPod. So much love, my park bro.
Same here. Thank you thank you for having me as a co-host and allowing me to, or giving me the freedom to do a lot of that and surprise Corey with all of that.
We love to surprise each other, though, don't we?
Yeah. The in memoriam thing, I thought I would throw that together because, like every award show, they have that. But with the passing of Richard Sherman, I thought that we should, give him a few minutes because it is certainly due for what that man did as an Imagineer.
Absolutely. Max Hubman and anyone that discovered us tonight and participated in chat, we really, really do love that. And Max says, this is my introduction to your channel. I can't wait to see more. And those are the things we're talking about. That fuels me.
Wow.
That gets me excited, and that makes me want to do more. So thank you so much, Max, for that. That really does mean a ton. And we are live in the parks 2 to 3 times a week. And we have the podcast on Wednesday nights. And we're an original channel. I think what separates us from the other live streams, and chat can mention anything else if I'm missing anything. But, there's a lot of choices out there, just like there are a lot of flights you can choose. We're happy that you choose, that we're one of the ones that you choose. But I think what separates us from others is we're the only ones that are in the parks consistently and doing a podcast at a high level. And I also know this is the angle we've had since we started. We're a family doing this. It's really not just me. You all see me more during the week and on the podcast, but the heart and soul of the channel is still what happens on Saturdays. It's my wife, it's my kids, it's all of that. And we eat so much. We do live sit down food reviews quite often, and that's just another thing that I think separates us. And we have fun. We get silly. We get crazy. Everyone has their own personality on their channels, and I love the personality we bring. And so, yeah, there's my little rant again. Let's hit up our sponsor quick, and we'll close it out with This Week in the...
Looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard? Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate, LLC. He is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 13 years of experience in the vacation home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today to learn more about Victor's exclusive range of properties and schedule a viewing with him today. Your dream home is just a click away. If you're
Definitely make sure you check out celebratingflorida@gmail.com. It's about time that I recut that. So maybe I'll do that this weekend or something for sure. Let's go in.
Sorry, real quickly. Over on the vertical, let's blast the chat for Julia Forever for that $1.99 super chat that says, "Thank you, Corey and fam."
Super
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julia. We appreciate that. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, Aaron Fletchett is from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Did you know that I'm from New Bedford, born and raised? That's pretty cool. I'm glad you found us. Definitely subscribe and join us.
Yeah.
We are family for sure. And this is a great family, this community. I love our community. I love each and every one of you that are here for all of it. It really means the world.
And when you hear Tammy on Saturday, it'll feel just like home.
Yeah, it will. We'll be at Hollywood Studios, and let's. All right, so let's see. Saturdays was a little bit different. We started the live stream over at Animal Kingdom. And listen, it's always so much fun, especially when Neil's with us. He gets so excited about the animals, and I just point the camera and let him talk. When we happened to be right in the area when we were looking at the vultures or whatever those birds were, and they had some babies. But then we learned that the bird show was coming, so I got into position. And if you play this live stream back, you'll see that when all of the macaws are coming forward, one of them was going to hit my camera. Without a doubt, was going to hit the camera. So I dropped the camera a few inches, and it made it by it. But if you see it and you pause it, it is right in the frame. So he came really close. Fun fact is, a few years ago, I was vlogging the bird show, and I think it was before it became up-themed, but I'm not positive. And the owl flew across the audience, and he hit my camera.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're doing any kind of vlogging or anything like that, keep your camera at least head level, not above head level when the birds are going to fly across like that, because they can't see it, I guess, you know. Or somebody said, you know, maybe they thought the gimbal itself was a perch. So got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
So we had a good time. We tried the I have a friend that absolutely loves the burger over at Yak and Yeti. And I have to say, overall, Jacob and I were disappointed because of the hype that I gave it based on what a friend of ours has been saying for a few years. It was really an average burger. I mean, I felt like the quality of the meat was better. You know, it's better than a Whopper or McDonald's or whatever. Better than that. Better than a fast food burger. Quality burger, but, you know, it didn't have any special sauces on it or anything like that. So had lettuce and tomato. I put some mustard and ketchup. So decent burger, something maybe you would expect to have at a local cookout or something. But Jacob did turn to me and say that my burgers are much better at home. So a little bit of a disappointment there. But we were able to go on a bunch of rides and have some fun and fulfill a pretty good day over there at Animal Kingdom. And we were able to leave in time to get over to Disney Springs. So over at Disney Springs, I decided this time, and it was mainly because we were having trouble with using Streamlabs. It was working great all day, and then it was just getting wonky at the end of the Animal Kingdom live stream. So I felt like, you know what, instead of bringing everyone over with Tammy Two Wheels over there, let's just cut the stream. We'll take a break, and then we'll fire up again. So we did that. But what y'all might not have known was in between, traffic was crazy, and we started to get nervous that we weren't going to get parking because of the huge event of the drone show being in night 2, and we all did see the crowds for night 1. So it was intense. Neil was ahead of us a little bit in his car. We were back a little bit. And what it boiled down to was there was a car accident, a bus. Either a bus hit a car or a car hit a bus trying to switch lanes. So that kind of blocked everything. There are digital boards that will tell you if the garages, orange garage, lime garage, grapefruit, are closed or full. And it did say that the orange garage was full. Neil was like, nope, I'm going on. I'm going forward. It's full. And we were like, don't trust the signs. Trust the lines. And just go. We told him to go, but he didn't want to. He went to grapefruit, and he found many parking spot choices there. But we went up. There was a little bit of a line, but when we went in, half the top was open. So pro tip, number 869. Just even if it says full, try the parking lot, and you'll probably find a spot, because the chances are, even if it's full at the moment, people are coming and going all the time. So, and they have those wonderful lights that go down every aisle to light up green or red to tell you if a parking spot is available or not. So you can be good to go with that. So we did the drone show, and I got word from our community that streamers the night before were having a really hard time streaming it due to signal. It was true. It was difficult to do. Are you hearing me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Difficult to do. So I backed up a little bit. David Nessie messaged me. So kudos to him for saying maybe if you back up, the signal will be better. It did help us to do a pretty good stream of the first one. But correct me if I'm wrong. Did we pretty much get a perfect one the second time around?
It was better. It was better.
Okay.
There was still some lag. But it was better than the first one.
Okay. So beautiful show. I almost dropped a happy tear. Jacob admits that too. Like, to see something like that for the first time in front of you is really incredible. Really is. So really, really had a thrill doing that. The crowd was tough trying to get out of the first show. And we kept ourselves busy, and we made it over to World of Disney. That was our Diz dash for the end of the night, and we actually made it to World of Disney. We actually were actually so ahead of schedule, we actually stopped at the Lego store first and then went into World of Disney. So we had a lot of fun in there. Jacob picked up a hat. He hasn't picked up a hat in a long time, and looking forward to seeing him wear that. And had a lot of fun. I thought we had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs over at World of Disney. So lots of good conversation. Tammy found the Pandora store on the way out. So that is how we sum up inside the parks. And we've done a poll before. That's the most that's the favorite thing.
Yeah.
For the listeners is when we sum up what we did in the parks live while we live stream. If you are new here, once again, we do this live because we do it for you, and we do live streams 2 to 3 times a week in the Disney parks as well. So our next live stream will be over at Hollywood Studios. Let's have some fun over Hollywood Studios. I messaged Lawrence today, and we talked back and forth, and Hollywood Studios is open till 10, everybody. And Fantasmic 2 shows. We'll go to the second one. That happens at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to maximize our time over there at Hollywood Studios and just have one fun time. Shopping, eating, and Fantasmicking. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you so much for joining us for the first annual Disney Awards. That was a lot of fun. We'll look forward to doing it again next year. Who knows what we'll wear next year? Maybe it'll be the same ones because, wardrobe costs money. Yes.
We had 3 wardrobe changes, folks, or two changes, 3 total outfits. How about that? We even changed shoes, even though you guys couldn't see them. We bought different pairs of shoes. It was incredible. Yeah.
Tammy said in chat that there were almost 130 spots open on the 5th level. So there you go.
Wow.
Yes. All right, everyone. We'll be back next week for the next DIZPod, episode number 52. What is that? The Pink Pam episode?
That is Pink Pam. She will be joining us next week to talk about her journey with Disney live streaming and how she ended up getting down to Florida. And we'll ask her all sorts of questions about her journey and what it feels like to be a Disney live streamer, especially a newer one. So make sure to join us if you have questions. Start thinking about them, and we will. You can put them in the chat on that show, and we'll be sure to make it very interactive. She's got a great personality, so that should be a lot of fun. And actually, as I'm looking now, she is at Hollywood Studios for the Hollywood Studios After Hours. So I'm going to put her link in the chat. So if you want to hop over there, tell her we sent you. She's at Hollywood Studios for the After Hours party, so she will be live streaming for another probably 3 hours or so. So if you want to continue more Disney fun, check out Pam. Let her know that Corey and Lauren sent you, and she'll be joining us next week. So we're looking forward to that.
Thunder Mountain says, good night, everyone. Great job, guys. We appreciate that. Yeah, Alana says, go ahead and lift up your feet. Oh, is that to relax? I don't know. But we will be doing that as well. Little Miss Disney. I said it recently. We love Little Miss Disney in chat. Always, once again, very positive. She says, keep voting in the polls, everyone. And, yeah. And so, and also, before, if you want your Disney fix on Saturday morning a little bit sooner, jump over to our friends Myers and the Mouse, and then pick us up when we go live early afternoon. So we love you all. So for now, we're just a couple of park bros talking Disney. I'm Corey.
I'm Lawrence.
This is the DIZPod, everyone.
People living of any allowed to come out of hiding.